Hi everyone, I'm so happy reconnecting with you on my channel once more. This is a channel that discusses health issues. It's meant for health enthusiasts, so if you're not concerned about being healthy, about staying healthy and enjoying excellent vitality and an amazing um, bodily status, then you can skip this video like I've always said and move to the next video. Well, in my last video I promised that I was going to talk about backache. However, this thing made me to change my mind. So I posted this on my WhatsApp status, and somebody from Jaws actually told me that she had been battling with acne, a very chronic acne on her face for a long time, and she has used several creams and medications without any noticeable result. And it made me change my mind because it is actually one of those things that tells you about the state of your health. So there are basic health conditions, very minimal health conditions that goes a long way to being more or less like a sign, a signal of something greater, something much more serious. This is what I'm talking about. Cancer doesn't just start overnight, okay? It starts gradually. Okay, this is what I mean. A tissue in your body doesn't just get affected overnight. It starts with a cell. Now, an organ doesn't just get affected. It starts with a tissue. So, different tissues have to be affected before it affects the organ as a whole. Also, a system like the respiratory system or the sexual reproductive system or whatever systems you can think about that the body is made of doesn't just get affected overnight. Different organs get affected, which in turn affects the system. So there are basic health conditions, minimal health conditions that on a broader note, on a larger scale, results, or they are rather preamble, or they are warning signs to something greater. Now, hypertension doesn't happen overnight, cancer doesn't happen overnight, HIV doesn't happen overnight, different kinds of fever doesn't happen overnight, kidney failure doesn't happen overnight. It's one thing leads to the other, that inculcates into that. And that is what I'm going to be talking about today. So I'm going to list some of these things, that are warning signs to a larger disease. One of them is your skin. Your skin is actually the largest organ in your body. And so the way your body is inside, the way you feel inside is a reflective, of what your skin outlook is. So let me start with acne, for instance, since that is on the face. Acne is as a result of so many things. It could be as a result of just mere infection on the face. It could also be you're tired, rest, you can rest. You can stretch your hand, you can come back.
It's my waist.
Your waist.
Maybe I stand for long. Waist I can feel.
The other time we stand for diamond apartment, I always they pain. Okay, I bring that fridge and make you sit on top. Okay, so I'm back here. The person holding that phone was actually complaining about waist pain. Actually, it takes a lot to cure waist pain. It takes time, especially when you're an adult, because actually, just at your lower back, there are very delicate muscles there that once they are obstructed as a result of strain or stress, it takes quite a lot of time. That's why you need a professional like me to help guide you through, the therapy of it, because this is an internal injury, and you need to be very careful and very disciplined at taking care of it. But like I said, that's going to be in the subsequent video. I pray it becomes the next video. All right, so I was talking about acne before that, obstruction. So one of the reasons for acne is also as a result of the depletion of what is called the microbiome on the skin. Because well, let me not go into details. It's going to be, like I said, all these things I'm going to be listing. I'm also going to do a video, about each of these things I'm going to be listing, so as to tell you the causes, how to prevent them, and of course, if you're already suffering from them, how you're going to cure them without resorting to the hospital, just by inculcating certain physical practices, okay, acupunctural practices. It could be, massaging a point, this point on your wrist, okay. In Chinese medicine, you could actually massage this point to treat what is it called, waist pain, menstrual pain, or any kind of pain. And so I'm going to be teaching you all those things. And of course, there are certain kinds of foods too you'll be taking, especially plant-based foods. All right, so the next is your eye. Your eye, the color of your eye matters a lot, or even though the color of your eye is relative to your skin color, but no matter what your race is, there is actually a particular color that becomes off the rail when your eye is characterized with that. So if you're a black man, for instance, and your eye is unduly red, your eye could be red as a result of an irritation, but it shouldn't last longer than necessary, and it shouldn't be too incessant. The next is catarrh, right? This is actually a key indicator of the strength of your immune system. If you have a weak immune system, trust me, you're going to be having incessant occurrence of cold or catarrh. The next is your teeth color. Your teeth color goes a long way to say what is happening in your body, and also to give you a warning sign of a larger health challenge that could come on basically in the future. The next is mouth odor. Mouth odor is also as a result of one of the reasons anyway, as a result of the depletion of the microbiome in your mouth. And so when that natural bacteria in your mouth is depleted as a result of certain wrong practices, which of course I'm going to discuss when that topic comes up, you'll begin to have mouth odor. There are several other reasons too for mouth odor. The next is ulcer or chest burn. Ulcer actually is as a result also of the depletion of your microbiome or your microbial flora in the gut system. If you go back to my video, well, I can't remember my video, I'm going to write the name anyway. If you remember my first video on this matter, I talked about how the gut system, the health of the gut system constitutes 70% of the immune system. And so when the microbiome in your gut system is depleted, of course, a bacteria known as Helicobacter pylori finds a place of harbor, in your gut, and that, of course, is what results to ulcer. And for chest burn, the stomach contains hydrochloric acid, and so when it how do I put it in a layman's language? When it moves up, moves up from the stomach to the upper region, it could result to chest burn. There also could be other underlying reasons anyway, maybe internal injury, but the major, I'm just telling you the primary cause of chest burn right now. The next is obesity. Okay, so if you are obese, that's another key indicator of a greater health challenge, to happen in the nearest future. As a matter of fact, a lot of us think, or wrongly think, that when you are obese or when you add some flesh, it's a sign of good living. No, it's actually an indicator of an or let me say, it's actually an indicator for a highway to the grave. Okay, you need to watch your weight. If you can see me how how fit and slim I am, even at my age. Um, what was this age of mine? I don't even want to talk about it because nobody will believe me. I look actually 10 years younger than my age. That I'll give you my word that I have a younger sister who is 38 going on 39, and of course you can see how young I look, how fit I look. The next key indicator on the healthometer, that's my coinage anyway. There's no word like that in the dictionary. Okay, just like that's like the speedometer or thermometer. I believe the body has something I term the healthometer, because we're wonderfully and fearfully created by the Almighty God. There's nothing that happens by chance. Okay, if you have cancer, for instance, that was a time when your healthometer gave you signs that there was going to be cancer in the future, but because nobody told you what I'm telling you now, you didn't take caution. And so the next thing and the cut of our healthometer is stomach ache. So there are so many reasons for stomach ache, but the key reason is what is called small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. This also is as a result of the depletion of the microbiome, in the gut system. Don't forget I told you it constitutes 70% of your immune system. That is why once the microflora in your gut system is uninterrupted, it's in its natural state, then there's hardly any sickness that can hold you down. So that's why we naturopaths restore the microbial flora of the gut system of our patients, because we know that is the basics, that's the foundation of a healthy body. Okay, so the next one is menstruation in women. Menstrual pain is natural, but it shouldn't be as excruciatingly unbearable as I'm seeing in most ladies. The pain should just be mild and not last for longer than necessary. And the flow too should be normal and not irregular. The color should be normal and not discolored. So I'm going to be treating those things. I don't want to go into details. I'm going to be doing, like I said, videos on these various topics subsequently and dropping them. So we'll elaborate on that. The next is with men, erection in men. Okay, if you have erectile dysfunction or you are impotent, impotence and erectile dysfunction actually mean different things. And I'm going to be explaining or differentiating them when I drop that video, as well as telling you how to prevent and cure it naturally. You don't even need to go and see any doctor. You are your own doctor. You are your own best doctor. Trust me. Trust me. The philosopher Thomas Edison said something more than 100 years ago, that the doctors of the future are not going to treat the body of their patients with drugs, but with simple foods, with nutrition, basic nutrition. And you have me here to show you the way, to teach you the path. I've gone through it through years. I've been very, very, very healthy for more than a decade now. And I want to tell you how, I want to teach you how. The health status of your body reflects on your skin. You don't even need to rub cream. I don't rub any cream, My skin says it all, How young I look says it all. My weight says it all. And I'm going to be teaching you how. Don't forget to subscribe, okay? So that we go along this journey together in this vehicle. The next is joint pain. When your joints are always hurting you, your knee, most especially your ankle, and this wrist here, or even your back, your spinal cord area, and your waist, most especially when you've stood for too long, or when you've trekked for too long, or when you're climbing a staircase, and this joint start hurting, then that is of course an indicator of something going wrong in your body that would become a problem in the nearest future. So you need to check it out. You need to correct it. And I'm here to help you do it. The next is waist pain, of course. I talked about waist pain already. The next is migraine. Especially women actually experience migraine. Migraine is that mild headache you feel at a particular part of your head, right inside there. It is there, incessant and painful, although mild. But it's actually an indicator. In fact, that is even an indicator of high blood pressure. Okay, so when you always experience migraine. It tells you about the potential of you having high blood pressure in the future, or any head disease, any brain disease, in the future. So that's it. So the next is depression. Now, this is going to shock you. I'm going to come back to the gut system. Depression, there could be several reasons for depression, but the major cause, that means if you're able to treat that, then you have solved the foundational causative factor of depression, and that is the gut system once more. So when your gut system is depleted, it becomes overcrowded with the wrong bacteria, and this results to the release of a hormone called cortisol. Okay, cortisol depletes or even prevents the secretion of hormones that keep you healthy, that keep you happy and energetic. And this has to do with mental health. Mental health is actually key to your well-being, and depression is one. There are so many reasons for, there are so many things that could result to, or there are so many things that account for mental health, and depression is one of them. And depression is actually another indicator that something is happening down there that could result to something very, very dangerous, a very dangerous health challenge in the future, like schizophrenia, madness, or something like what is called bipolar disorder, or even suicide, okay, or just sudden death. Because there are so many things. Depression can make you become older than your age. Depression can make all the organs in your body become older than they're supposed to be, so they're going to function less and less and less, and your metabolic system, your metabolism, as well as physiology, become less functional. Okay, depression can also result to high blood pressure, and diabetes. So it's one thing that you need to check out for. So the presence of cortisol in your system, in your blood, is going to make it impossible for, like I said, cortisol is anti the good hormone which kicks away depression. Good hormones like serotonin, which makes you feel good, dopamine, which makes you feel super, super good and healthy, and hormones like melatonin, which makes you sleep well and prevents insomnia. Okay, so another thing is insomnia. So depression and then insomnia. So if you're having insomnia is your inability to sleep or lack of adequate sleep. That means you could sleep, but maybe the sleep is not enough. So insomnia is another key indicator in the healthometer that tells you something is happening inside your body that could result to a more serious health challenge in the future. So you need to watch out for that as well. And the next and the last one, anyway, not the last one actually, but the next one is fatigue. Fatigue, especially chronic fatigue. Fatigue means tiredness. So if you're always tired when you do anything small, when you trek small, or at times some people are even fatigued for virtually not doing anything. They wake up in the morning, and instead of feeling revitalized, instead of feeling energetic, they're feeling fatigued right on their bed as soon as they open their eyes in the morning. And that's an indicator of something serious going on in your body that could result to hypertension, or kidney failure, or liver problem, or any other health challenge that you can think about. Okay, so the next is palpitations. Palpitations has to do with your heartbeat. Okay, so when your heartbeat is not consistent, when it is not stable, if it is irregular, then that's a serious case. That's a serious problem that could lead to heart attack in the future, or any disease of the heart, or high blood pressure, or even erectile dysfunction. So many things. Like I said, I don't want to go into details of those things. I'm going to be making a video, discussing each of these things I talked about. So just be here with me, subscribe to this channel, just tap the like button, like this video, because the more you like it, the more likes it gets, rather, the more YouTube is going to know that the video's content is rich, and they're just going to put it on the faces of people. Okay, and that is what we want to happen. Leave your comments too, and I'm going to respond to your comments, I promise. Thank you so much, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Are you leaving? Having to subscribe? Come on. It doesn't take much to subscribe. You know, say now when you subscribe now me go YouTube go pay me for this thing what they do. I'm not charging you for your what I'm giving, the information I'm giving you. But if you subscribe, YouTube is going to pay me for the information I'm giving you. And that's your own way of paying, and it's not too much to just use your thumb or your index finger to click on just there's a right up down there, it's written subscribe. Okay, it's in red, it's written in red. Just click on it, tap on it, and as soon as you tap on it and it changes from that red color to an ash color or a dim color, then you know that you have successfully subscribed to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. God bless you.